Gary says, hey there, guys, looking to build a PBN, but with traffic and automated blogging to push link juice plus relevant traffic to my website. What's the best way to approach building IFTTT and drive stacks at scale for many websites without spending huge amounts of money? Also, can we automate other backlinks to these sites? Yeah, okay, Gary. I think I saw a question similar to this in the free Facebook group just this morning. I didn't get a chance to comment on it. I don't know if it's the same guy or not. Anyway, without buying shit tons of syndication networks, you could do it if you had like topical based syndication networks, right? So not necessarily branded, but like are themed for a particular topic, for example, that you have multiple auto blogs feeding into. Like every time they publish a post, it would syndicate to that network because it's topically relevant. Like that's one way to do it that certainly works, and it can reduce your overall expenditures because you don't have to buy as many separate syndication networks for each auto blog. But you would want to make sure that they're themed properly so that it's relevant. One thing you have to be worried about or cautious about, though, you have to concern yourself with is if you are using auto blogs that publish too often, then you have to ramp that up slowly to your syndication network, or else you can get it terminated. In other words, if you get your syndication network delivered and you've got 5 auto blogs feeding it, and each auto blog is doing 5 posts a day, then that's 25 posts a day. And it's likely your syndication network properties will be terminated because it will look awfully spammy. It's just frequency of publishing is too high, like right out of the gate. So it's not that you can't publish that many times to those networks. You can, but you have to ramp it up slowly over time. When I say slowly, it varies, but I would do, maybe, a couple of blog posts a week syndicated to that network for the first week or two, and then double it, right? 4 or 5 the next week, and then 5 or 10 the next week, and then eventually you get to several per day, and then you double that and double that. In other words, you don't want to just come right out of the gate with a new network and start publishing that often, because a lot of the accounts will end up getting terminated.
WordPress gets terminated quick. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. So you just kind of got to season the network slowly and ramp up to kind of a higher frequency of publishing. You can absolutely get away with that, but there comes a point too where you'd be doing it would be too much. So again, I don't know what how you're building your networks or your auto blogs or anything else, but I'd try to probably spread it out a bit. But do it in themed groups if that makes sense. So any comments on that?
Yeah, I'm wondering how he defines a huge amount of money, because he can put together a team just like we did. I mean, have them go through the training, build syndication networks, and build the drive stacks and G sites. It's what we did. We didn't spend a huge amount of money. We have, but it was just distributed in monthly salaries to the employees. We train them, we pay them a competitive salary according to the Philippines economy. They get vacation. We take care of them, and in turn, they take care of us. That's how we figured it out, because we didn't have, I don't know, $150,000 or $200,000 to invest in this in the beginning. It was just we were trying to see how to get going and how to put it all together. And then once we realized how to put it all together into an SEO shield, then we had the team in place already trained that could do it. So it just works out really well. Build your processes and your systems, train them well, pay them well. Again, what do you define as a huge amount of money? For some people, $1,500 a month is a huge amount of money. For some people, it isn't. For $1,500 a month, you can put together a fantastic team.
There you go. Yeah, I totally agree. If you got a couple good builders that have gone through our training, and it's going to take them a little while to become really proficient at building, but once they do, man, they can knock out, one builder could knock out essentially 2 syndication networks in a day if they were working at full capacity, and they're good at what they do. There's no question that can be done. So it becomes a lot less expensive that way, but you have to go through the process of finding a VA, somebody that you can hire that and put them through the training, and then make sure that they're actually working and providing you with what you're paying them for and all that kind of stuff. And that in itself can be a nightmare. So but it does definitely make sense. If you're going to be doing a lot of stuff like that and you need a lot of those, that might be a good option for you.